Happy days, Chase. All 10 teams have signed up to what we call the Concorde Agreement to 2025. You happy with that?
I'm not sure I'd call these happy days. We're pleased with the progress, but we're certainly very happy to have the Concorde Agreement, in place. I think it's an important foundation for us to really continue to grow the sport and make it everything it can and should be for the fans.
Did you have to play hardball with the teams?
No, I don't think it's hardball, and realistically, I think it was encouraging to see the way ultimately the teams came together and supported this. In many ways, I'd like the Concorde Agreement over the future to be less of a dramatic moment in time. These are franchises that have franchise value, and clearly the sport will continue to evolve, and relationship with the teams will continue to evolve. But I'm not sure the drama every 5, 6, 8 years, is really what optimizes our ability to work as partners and grow the sport.
So how long are the teams actually nailed on for? Because there's some talk that they can give as little as a 1-year notice that they want to leave.
Yeah, ultimately it's a 5-year structure in place, but we're not going to force teams to race. If they don't want to race, they're not going to, they're not going to race. I think they're all excited about the future we have in front of us. And so we've got a structure that, again, provides the guidelines, not just the prize fund distribution, but the governance structure, the sporting, technical, and financial regulations that will underpin the sport and, really let us, work together to grow it.
Of course, what we all want to know is how much money is involved. What are the percentages? What do you pay the teams? And, how is the pie sliced?
Yeah, we're not going to get into details. And I think there's certain details that are really, between us as partners. We've talked about it directionally. I think we felt the revenue distribution, was too skewed. And so we've created a more balanced recognition, more balanced distribution, still rewarding success on the track, but clearly making it, something that gives every team a chance to have, a healthy business model and the resources to be competitive on the track. And when you combine it with a cost cap, we think those elements together really do provide the foundation for much better competition and a much healthier business.
So if a team is running to the cost cap and the new amount of money they're going to get from Formula One, what's the kind of gap? A decent sponsor, will it close the gap for them?
We had an issue when teams were spending a multiple of another team. At some point, that sort of spending really creates a gap, which is why you saw the 3 teams that spent the most have really been on the podium, certainly since I've been in this role. We're creating a business model that, when you combine the spending for a healthy team, distribution of the prize fund, sponsorship, and growth of Formula One, those things together, we're looking to get to a place where every team can have a healthy business.
Does Ferrari still have a head start on the money and a veto on regulations?
So Ferrari is our longest standing team. There has been a long historic recognition of it. So there's still a recognition of it in some rights. I think we've addressed those, made them more targeted, made them more manageable as part of the governance structure. But yes, we've continued to recognize Ferrari's unique role in the sport.
Can Formula One survive a year like this? COVID-19 is not going away quickly.
We don't know what's coming. We're certainly planning on a 2021 that may not be completely business back to normal, but is pretty close. Is certainly a schedule like we planned this year with 22 races. We plan to have fans. We're planning to have fans at races on the back end of the 2020 schedule. So we certainly, plan to have fans, plan to have a schedule that looks like that. And I think the world is going to need to figure out how does it move forward and how does it start to do these things. In some ways, I think it provides us an opportunity for these countries to showcase that they're moving forward.
Thanks, Chase. Always interesting to talk.
Appreciate the time.